Get ready for a whole lot of Kardashian drama because season 6 of Hulu's The Kardashians promises to bring the unexpected.
This is a big year of celebrations in our family.
The just-released trailer proves that no matter how many times you think you've seen it all, the famous family always has more secrets up their designer sleeves. In the trailer's biggest reveal, Khloe Kardashian shocks her mom, Kris Jenner, and sister Kim Kardashian by revealing she met with someone from her past.
You guys are never gonna guess who I met with.
Turns out it's Lamar Odom, her ex-husband and former NBA star. If you don't know him, now you will.
This is insane.
Okay, so the cameras capture the moment that Lamar strides in carrying flowers, leaving Kris in tears. That was the love of her life, Kris cheerfully confesses.
The love of her life.
However, Khloe remains guarded. "I don't know this person anymore," she says in a voiceover.
I don't know this person anymore.
Hinting the reunion might be more bittersweet than romantic. With Lamar rumored to have purchased a doll modeled after her, Khloe's cautious stance makes sense. I mean, that's kind of weird, right? Her pointed statement, "A lie hurts 7,000 times.
The truth hurts one time. A lie hurts 7,000 times,"
sums up just how worried she is grown about letting anyone back into her heart. Like, if you don't already know, she's been kind of screwed over quite a few times, and letting someone like a blast from the past come back into her life, I don't know if that's part of her 2025 bingo card. So Khloe isn't the only one confronting past flames. Kim has apparently been getting cozy with the mystery man. In the trailer, she teases her second beau, joking to the cameras, "Me not dating and not wanting love and attention? I don't think you know me."
Me not dating and not wanting love and attention?
She's shown excitedly planning home renovation so he can fit his belongings into her closet. Kris comments that Kim must really like him if she's carving out space in her highly curated home. After a string of high-profile relationships, it's anyone's guess who Kim's new partner might be, but judging by her grin, we'll see a pretty smitten version of her this season. So I guess everyone's kind of excited for the two, right? They kind of have a lot of ups and downs in different relationships. Kim used to be with Kanye, that didn't work. She had a little fling with Pete. So I guess people are wondering what's next for Kim, and does she have time for a man with such a busy schedule going on? The trailer also highlights Kris boasting about all the celebrations, Khloe turning 40, business expansions, and the younger Kardashian Jenner children stepping into their own spotlight, especially North West. The teaser is full of glamorous shots of the clan in couture gowns, reminding us that the family's brand remains a larger-than-life as ever. Hulu dubs it as a new era for the Kardashians, suggesting we'll witness them juggling motherhood, booming careers, and complicated personal lives. Some fans, however, have labeled the trailer underwhelming, wondering if the show can still serve up fresh drama after so many seasons in front of the cameras. I mean, they've had several seasons, and I guess at this point, they're gonna have to wait till their little kids grow up a bit more, just so that, you know, I guess the new real era of the Kardashians can give us the show we probably want next. Season 5 drew mixed reviews, with many viewers claiming that the show felt more like a documentary than the juicy reality that they once adored. Fans complained about repetitive storylines, forced arguments, and minimal real conflict. Even major milestones like Kourtney Kardashian's pregnancy reveal didn't quite rescue the season from feeling stagnant. And critics aren't sure season 6 will be any better, though the addition of Lamar's comeback, Kim's hidden romance, and uncertain futures for each family member might add some spice to it. And I mean, it's got me curious too, so I guess, you know, it's working. But Kendall and Kylie Jenner only make brief appearances in the trailer, leaving fans guessing about their storylines as per usual. Kim is seen chasing with Kendall over talent agents, but there's no in-depth look at Kendall's modeling success or personal life, as per usual. Kylie, meanwhile, is rumored to still be dating actor Timothée Chalamet, but it looks like her romance might remain mostly off-camera. If last season was any indication, Kylie's keeping her love life secret unless the producers tease viewers with a surprise cameo, which I think that appearance could definitely get a lot of people excited. Though fans crave crave unscripted, raw drama. It's no secret the Kardashians are masters of carefully curating content. The question this season is whether the family's truth will shine through or if episodes be packed with a lot of filler and just a lot of nonsense. As Kris says in the promo, we've got to rely on each other, alluding to bigger challenges. And with Kim's hush-hush romance, Khloe's tense reunion with Lamar, Kris's emotional confessions, the new season maybe has some high-stakes stories, but only time will tell if genuine moments will happen or if it's just another carefully orchestrated storyline to keep viewers high, because at the end of the day they've kind of made it now and I guess they don't really have to sell too much. Anyways, season 6 kicks off on February 6, 2025 and fans are just ready to see it happen. Will the family deliver real revelations or more content like last season that's more constrained? The Kardashians are making up drama for their TV show. They are desperate for viewers, and it looks like Khloe is taking another hit to keep the show entertaining, but at what cost? With the newest trailer out for Hulu's The Kardashians season 6 out, it seems like Khloe Kardashian may be reuniting with an old fling. As the new official trailer is released, we saw none other than Khloe herself reuniting with her ex-hubby, wait for it, Lamar Odom. But Khloe was quick to go to her mom, Kris Jenner, and closest sister, Kim Kardashian, to spill the tea on who she ran into. So in this scene, all you have is Kris Jenner, Kim, and Khloe just chilling, talking, and Khloe told them, "You guys are never going to believe who I met with." And obviously Kim then said, "Who?" Obviously the producers created this scene. Fans were so eager to want more. They had this man come out of a car. They only showed the shoes. And of course they didn't show the face. Like, how are you gonna do a teaser like that? But then the clip jumps to Kim's confessional saying, "This is insane." And if she says it's insane, it's gotta be pretty crazy. But the trailer did not end without getting a look of who the man was. Another clip shows the man walking into the home to be no other than former Lakers star Lamar Odom, who was holding a bouquet of roses in his hand. So what is the tea here? But guys, take this in. Kris was not as happy to hear about this. It made her actually really emotional. She said in her confessional with tears, "This was the love of her life. I'm devastated for my child." Because just keep in mind, like, these two go way back, and for her mom to see this reunite, she's obviously a bit worried considering Khloe's past. And get this, guys, her ex recently bought an intimate doll modeled after her. That's kind of weird, no? I don't know, I found that kind of odd. So in the next clip, Khloe seems to be running through many types of emotions. She says, "I don't know this person anymore, so we can only wonder, is this like a diss towards Lamar?" She also says, "It's the truth hurts one time, a lie hurts 7,000 times." And we all know Tristan did her dirty before, so maybe this was shade at him as well, because he did lie more than once, and it all remains unclear, but it has us wondering if she could have a rekindling with Odom, or if this is just a little bit of a stunt for the show. If you didn't know, the two, Lamar and Khloe, go way, way, way back. The relationship was actually one for the books, filled with romance, drama, and ultimately heartbreak. So let's just look at the timeline real quick. It all started in 2009 when Khloe and Lamar met at a party hosted by NBA player Metta World Peace. The connection was instant, and just 1 month later, just 1 month, they tie the knot in a lavish wedding on September 27th. Pretty crazy, huh? The whole event was televised by Keeping Up with the Kardashians, shocker, and fans were captivated by how quickly their love story unfolded. In the early years, Khloe and Lamar seemed to have it all. From 2010 to 2011, the couple lived a glamorous life together. Lamar was thriving as a LA Laker and even winning the 2010 NBA championship. And Khloe was by his side through it all. Their relationship became so popular that they launched their own reality spin-off, Khloe and Lamar, which aired between 2011 and 2012, giving the fans an inside look of their marriage. But then 2012 comes around and cracks began to show. So Lamar was traded from the Lakers to the Dallas Mavericks, and the stress of the move, mixed with Khloe's public struggles with infidelity, took a toll on their marriage. So rumors of infidelity and supplement use began circulating, and by the following year, things took a serious turn, but not for the best. reasons. So in 2013, Lamar's own issues became impossible to ignore. He had bad habits and it was all over the news. He got taken in for a DUI in August. And that December, after months of separation, Khloe filed for divorce, stating that she could no longer remain in a toxic environment. Although even after the filing, Khloe kept the divorce on hold throughout 2014 and 2015, reportedly because she was concerned for Lamar. Then in October 2015, everything changed. Lamar was found unconscious in Nevada, and due to the overuse of supplements, he was pretty much in just really bad condition, ended up in a coma, and Khloe rushed to his side and stayed with him through it all, even putting their divorce on hold just until he was better. So then comes 2016, Lamar recovers and Khloe resumed the divorce, and their marriage officially ended in 2016 of December after 7 crazy years. Since then, they've both thought about the relationship. Lamar owned up to his mistakes and the pain he caused Khloe. Khloe said that even with everything that happened, she'll always care about him. So fast forward now, we obviously see that the two, they, I guess, had a lot of love for each other. And now when we see him appear on the show again, it's like, oh, is there a future possible for the two? Is she still in love with her ex, Tristan, since it's a baby daddy of her kids as well? That's a bit of a complication. Like, what is next for Khloe? I know in her recent podcast with Scott, her newest podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, she mentioned she's not really looking for anything right now. And I believe she was saying that she's just kind of taking care of her kids. So I don't know, it could just be a bit of a stunt to bring some viewers in for the show, but you never know, right? Let's see what happens between the two. I guess time will only tell, and we'll have to wait and see when the show airs.
Kylie Jenner might be taking a step back from the reality TV fame, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Let me just fill you in. The most recent episode of The Kardashians featured Kylie Jenner canceling a trip at the last minute, leaving her sisters furious as she refused to show off her romance with Timothée Chalamet to the cameras. The entire Kardashian-Jenner family became executive producers and received equal compensation when they inked a $100 million contract with Hulu. The show's least noticeable character, Kylie, upset her sisters by canceling a planned family vacation to Aspen. Even Kim was surprised that Kylie was coming, adding in confession, "I honestly can't believe Kylie showed up."
But it's always like this. It's always like this.
Although Kylie admitted to being enthusiastic about the trip, her anxiousness increased to the point where she asked to leave, even as the jet was taxiing on the runway, after learning of the plane's delay caused by bad weather. A stewardess informs that the weather will cause a 30-minute delay, but by the time the flight gets to 48 minutes later, the plane is still on the ground. The captain's heard saying, "I just need the visibility and rifle to get a little bit better for us to get in there."
So I just need the visibility and rifle to get a little bit better for us to get in there.
Because right now, the only airport in that area that I can get into is Grand Junction. Kendall asks how far Grand Junction is from Aspen, and Chris says it's at least a 3-hour drive with the snow. I don't think that's safe. I don't like to drive in the snow. The last time I was in Aspen, there were 3 crashes just around. My assistant crashed, Kylie says. While on a grounded private flight, Kylie is told not to talk about crashes. She responds, "I'm just saying I don't want to drive 3 hours in the snow." Chris says in confession, Kylie's anxiety is kicking in, and I totally understand. There's a lot of moving pieces right now. Kylie tells everyone, "I'm here, I'm ready, I'm packed, I'm ready to go. I'm not going to Grand Junction." As they cut to 23 minutes later, with the pilot saying, "I think the best bet is to let me launch to Grand Junction, and let me see what the weather is looking like." The pilot says, noting that he will be making progress reports. Kendall asks if he's positive that he can make Grand Junction, and the pilot says, "Oh, 100%. And Kendall says, "Oh, then let's just go." Kylie says in confession, "I'm really good with flying. I am now. I wasn't in the past a few years ago. I've gotten much better, but I am having a lot of anxiety." Kylie tells everyone on the plane, "I've been having a really bad feeling for the last 2 days." As everyone says, "Kylie, why would you say that?" Kylie then adds that she couldn't even sleep the previous night. As Kendall says, "Kylie, the fact that you even put that out there in the universe is one of the weirdest things." And Khloe agrees. That's a terrible thing to say. Kylie asks, "What am I supposed to say? Just keep it inside?" And as Kendall states, "You're not supposed to speak it into existence."
You're supposed to keep, yes. You're not supposed to speak it into existence.
Kylie says in confusion, "I'm just not comfortable right now, and I'm thinking about my kids. I may be dramatic, but I feel like something isn't safe." Kylie tells them all, "I just have a really bad feeling." As the family isn't sure how to react, as Kylie adds, "I don't like these series of events. I think I'm going to get off." Kim insists everything's going to be fine, as Kris says we can go and fly to Grand Junction. But Kylie says, "I don't want to go. I just have a lot of anxiety." Kylie adds as Khloe tells her to tell the guy that she wants to get off since they have started taxiing down the runway. Kris says in confession, "The minute Kylie says turn the plane around, I want to get off, I know she's serious, and I know the anxiety is overwhelming because now she's really worried." Kendall remarks, "We're already taxiing, now we have to go back in," as Kris informs the stewardess that Kylie wishes to exit the aircraft. Kendall adds in confession, "I've known Kylie since the day she was born, and I'm not discrediting her panic. I don't know why she does this, but it's part of a pattern for her. She's done this many times. I think she just thinks she can get away with whatever." Kim and Kendall begin to gripe as the jet stays on the ground while Kylie is on the phone with Kris. But it's always like this. Always effing like this. Kim says, as Kendall adds, "The fact that she always gets out of this S is very effing annoying." Kris adds in confession, "I know the other girls are frustrated, but it's one of my babies. Of course I'm gonna understand and not get mad at her. I don't want her to feel anxious." Kris tries to pass the phone to Kendall, but she vehemently refuses, saying, "I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one." Kris asks Kylie if she could find a ride back to the airport. She'd still love for her to join them, but Khloe snaps, "Why don't you just hang up the phone? She's not getting on, just move on." As Kim jokes, "And you're never getting your luggage back." As Kris claims they're about to take off and hangs up, they all start screaming that they're going to wear her clothes. As the plane takes off, Khloe exclaims, "This is going to be a great trip." And Kris confides, "I just hope she'll figure it out, calm down, change her mind, and join us in Aspen." The plane lands as Kim says in confession, "We made it to Aspen -1. It's like so ironic that we're like, Kylie never shows up. Well, she technically didn't. She didn't follow through, but I still hope Kylie shows up." As Kris gives them a text from Kylie regarding the jokes they made about her luggage, they all pile into a waiting SUV. Kylie said, "Some of those outfits on the plane are my Paris stuff from designers. I packed some for Aspen, so I know they were kidding, but make sure no one actually wears anything because I won't be able to get more outfits in time for Paris." They all start making jokes as Kim suggests, "Let's undo the stitches," so when she puts it on, it all unravels. As Khloe says, "No, we are definitely wearing it." Kim adds, "I just really can't believe Kylie managed to get out of everything," as Khloe says she always does. Kris adds in confession, "I know the girls are upset, and they're upset because they wanted to spend time with Kylie." Kendall says in confession, "I definitely get really sad when she kind of bails on things like this because she's my only snowboarding buddy. Everybody else skis and we grew up doing it together, so part of it for sure is just sadness for me. Like, dang, I was excited," she adds. Kris goes on, "I'm not throwing in the towel yet. I have much hope and many prayers going up that Kylie shows up in Aspen. She changes her mind and she's gonna magically appear," Kris adds.
The Kardashians are no longer ruling the media. Their popularity is coming to an end.
The Kardashians are in their flop era. More people care less and less about what's going on with them. And we're in a time where the Kardashians' lives are so boring that they're not even worth talking about.
There is a lot of negative hate and energy towards my family.
It's almost impossible to fathom. How did we get here? This is according to fans, so please don't hate the messenger. If you ever look at the internet, you'll learn that we may, indeed, be moving into a new timeline entirely. The era of the Flopdashian. Or maybe it's something even worse than that. We may have hit the point where the Kardashians aren't even worth talking about. For 15 years, cultural critics have proclaimed that the Kardashian family, Kim, her 4 sisters, her mother Kris, were everywhere. Their hit show Keeping Up with the Kardashians ran for 20 seasons.
Would you want to keep going and everybody commit, or would you want to kind of put the show on a back burner?
They appeared at fashion weeks, Met galas, on Saturday Night Live talk shows, in magazines and advertisements. Their personal dramas were contorted into TV plot lines, and much as they were news fodder, especially the ups and downs of their marriages, Kim even met with President Trump at the White House. We're gonna continue. These next points, they're crazy. And as ridiculous as the Kardashian obsession has always been, it was for a long time exciting. More than that, it was super interesting. Their literal existence is their primary product. Kim's got Skims, Kylie's got makeup and canned vodka spritzer, Kendall's got tequila, and Khloe's got her migraine medication line. But what the Kardashian-Jenner clan had most of all was their glamorous lifestyle, their hot selfies, and their awesome fashion.
From juicy reality shows to vampy makeup collabs, this family knows how to make that money, honey.
Viewers, critics, and even reluctant Kardashian fans have been trying to figure out the fascination for years, often through similar headlined think pieces. In 2021, LA Mag dug into the question how the Kardashians took over the world. Back in 2019, the New York Times described the sisters as a media company that swallowed a makeup empire, merged with a fashion line, and gave birth to athleisure trends.
People think they have us all figured out, but things are not always how they seem.
Rolling Stone called them the egos that ate America way back in 2014. The common theme? These ladies are everywhere and there's no escaping them. Or at least they were. We're gonna get into more of this. The Kardashian buzz started to die down after that LA Mag piece coinciding with the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. With their flagship show wrapping up, these women had to focus on their individual products. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, considering they've managed to pump out 5 seasons of their Hulu sequel series in just 3 years, maybe not so much. The Kardashians premiered to lukewarm reactions, partly because the sisters themselves seemed less enthusiastic about continuing. As a result, the internet keeps declaring that Kardashian era is officially over. Sales of Kylie Cosmetics, which controversially landed the youngest Jenner on the Forbes billionaire list, have been declining year after year since their late 2010s peak. Her swimwear line quietly fizzled out, and her new fashion brand Kai is similarly not doing well. Right now, Kylie is best known for her relationship with Timothée Chalamet, which has actually sparked some backlash. Khloe's inclusive clothing line Good America, whose jeans I've heard are very good, is doing well for itself. Kendall's tequila brand is also doing well. But Kim was at the Tom Brady's roast and she was booed heavily. Apparently her family pressured Netflix, which hosted the event live, to remove the boos from its recording several days later. So fans are saying that the Kardashians are now boring because they aren't surrounded by as much drama. But if the family's relative silence, stability, and lack of drama means the Kardashians are flopping, is flopping really such a bad thing?